Okay, I'm going to talk about another book I read. This one I finished no problem. And it's goofy. It's a little, cringe? I don't know. It's just a little bit not that deep. But I really, I'm like really debating. It's fine. So this book is called Empire of the Vampire. Let me start drawing. It's totally a teen fiction. And I started reading it because I'm not making excuses. But my friend recommended it because she was having the best time reading it. Like, the character was so extra. He's so, like, his narration style is just edgelord drama queen, soft boy who wants to seem tough. Like, it's just so, it's really adorable. Like, I don't think that's what it's supposed to be, but it's cute. And I was reading it like actually, and then I just could not put it down. So I got the audiobook, and this is a long ass book. Like the print version I think is like 1,000 pages is what the ebook said, and then when I got the audiobook it was like 24 hours or something, or 28 maybe, like a day. But yeah, I listened to that entire thing because I was having so much fun. What a balance of sass, drama, violence, romance, fantasy, and there's another thing in there, I don't know, like swords, cool sword things, blacksmithy stuff. It was really fun. And oh, and you know what? And philosophizing, because the narrator goes on several little like philosophical rants kind of about like religion and a purpose-driven life and failure and what it's worth and like risk taking and all these things that you're like, yeah, your delivery is a little more profanity riddled and angry than I would normally go for, but I'm still enjoying it and I agree with you. So and who am I kidding? I love a profanity riddled rant. Like what am I even saying? So that was really fun. I did kind of feel like the author knew who he was writing for, which was, I think, like teenage boys probably. So not that gender matters, but every now and then he would sprinkle in such a spicy scene and it would catch me off guard every time. And I would be like, oh my God, what's happening right now? Oh, we're just in it. And I'm not complaining. Like, I thought that added a fun layer to his floral storytelling. And the funniest part is that this whole story is being relayed by the main character to his captor, which is a vampire. So you're supposed to believe that he's like word for word saying all of these things, and it just makes you wonder, like, why are you describing all of this? Like, what relevance does it have? But again, it just is funny. But I enjoyed it. Like as you can see, like stippling is slow, so having a long fun book like that was really easy to lose myself in was kind of perfect for this part of the process, because like the face will be fun, but the chest, it's just, there's not really a lot to do. There's only these dimples here of shading. Like a lot of it is just going to be flat stipples that are all kind of the same. Like I'm not really giving shape to anything at this level. So yeah, having a story like that was actually really enjoyable. I didn't even, when I first started it, I was like, I don't know if I'll finish this. Like, this is silly. Like, I might even be too old for this book. I was so wrong. I really couldn't put it down. I was having so much fun. I feel like you don't worry about spoilers as much, but it's just like your typical vampire thingy. It's like a guy who's half vampire, and he hunts vampires, and he has a sword that's really cool, and he's such a horse girl. Like, he has a horse that he like loves, and there's a lot of fun world building. The villains are fun and eloquent and articulate and sassy, which is my favorite kind of villain, and there's like 1,000 of them. Like, it's a long story. And there's lots of fun insults in there because, like I said, the narrator is very like that kid in school who like acts tough but really just wants a hug. Like, that's him. So he comes up with some fun insults. I think at one point he calls somebody like a dusty bitch. There was another great one that I cannot remember. But my friend and I were like texting each other back and forth, like deeply analyzing this book and this character. Like if I could talk to the author, I would. I'm like, you've crafted such an incredibly funny character. Like, I love him. And then there's actually a lot of great characters, really. I think it's a series. I may actually read the rest of the series. Like, I think it's a nice break from, after like the 2 books that I couldn't finish, it was nice to just get into something silly for a bit. But there also were just some nice moments in there where he's like talking about pursuing things even though they're difficult. And like, it's like an angry kind of motivational speech, which I really like. I don't like when people try to like motivate you through like vague kindness. It seems disingenuous. But when someone's just like, I don't know, angry or dry, like cynical, like, to me it just feels more articulate. I don't know. Or not articulate, authentic. So I enjoyed that. There's a moth in here. It thinks it can get out. It can't. I don't know that there's really that much else to say. I would recommend this book. I think it's hilarious. It's just so funny. It's not like, it's funny, and it's like got great fight scenes. I love swords, so I was excited about the swords. And there's just a lot of angst. There's there's vampires. Like, I think we all think vampires are cool, don't we? Like, maybe it's a little nerdy, but like, it's timeless. Like, they're hot and weird, and they have powers, and they drink blood. Like, what's not to like? And I will spoil something right now. There's no Twilight-esque or Buffy-esque romance. Like, he doesn't fall in love with a vampire. No one sparkles. It's pretty consistent. Like, well, you know what? I could be wrong because, like I said, it's a series. But so far, no one is falling in love with the enemy and becoming a star-crossed lover who both hates and loves the thing that everyone else hates. So, at least there's that. And, yeah, I don't know. That's all I can say. That's the book I read this week, so I can't make a video about anything else, but I liked it. All right. I think that's all I've got to say. I made like 6 dots. In this video.